See, man. What's happening with the Poetic Mindship TV? Check this out, man. Look, I'm gonna talk to y'all, man, about man. It's back to school, man. It's back to school. These kids back in school, and I just want to talk to y'all, man, about just like teaching your kids, you know what I'm saying, and how to put them tablets down and how to, what I'm saying, stop, what I'm saying, just to try to be better parents, man. You feel me? And I'm not saying I'm the best parent, but I just want to give out my methods, some of my strategies of, just raising kids, man, and just putting kids, just putting kids in a, you know, try to put them in a safe environment as far as like when trying to learn, man, because education is important. I teach all my kids that, man. I teach all my kids, even during the summer, man. I've been trying to teach my kids how to. Well, I know I've been trying to teach my daughter how to read. Try to do more reading and try to just do more reading, man. Reading, cause I ain't gonna lie to you, my daughter, she's really low in reading. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to help her as far as like when it comes to her reading and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? But man, right now, man, a lot of us, man, really got us to the point, man. We starting to let tablets, computers, we trying to let apps raise our children, right? And one thing in my household, man, because I'm a single father, right? So one thing in my household, the thing I do in my household, I don't let my children run shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I'm an overbearing parent and I'm trying to be controlling. And sometimes I do get a little controlling, but as far as like when it comes to education, man, everything, like right now, my sons, I try to make sure my sons are like coming up with a plan, man, for their future. I want them to write down plans. So that's what you should do, man. If you got like a man, if you got a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, man, right now it's the time to really tell them to try to jot down their plan and write down their plan about what they want to do for the rest of their life. You understand what I'm saying? Kind of set out some type of priorities for their life, at a young age. So when they get 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, they'll know, look, I already have a plan about what I want to do. And those plans might change. You know what I'm saying? One day they might want to be a firefighter. The next day they might want to be a preacher. The next day they might want to be a doctor. The next day they might want to be a police. It don't matter. It constantly changes, especially with anybody really, as far as like goal setting and stuff like that, or setting priorities for your life. Sometimes those things change, but you got to have some type of goal, some type of priority for your life. And I think that's good for children. So I try to teach I got a son, oldest son right now. He's not my biological son, but I've been around in my family. We didn't help out with him, helped his mother with the child and stuff like that. So, right now he's heading to the military, you know what I'm saying? And I think that military, man, is gonna be real good for him, you know what I'm saying? Because he's 18 years old, fresh out of high school. He really ain't got no plan for his life. So it's better for him I'd rather him be in the military in the street, military in fight for the country, instead of being the military in the streets, because these streets ain't nothing but a war zone. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want him to be, you know, just have some type of, have some type of, you know, some type of aim in life. Just have some type of aim in life, and that, and one thing I told him, man, don't let that shit break them, man. Don't let nobody break them. You know what I'm saying? Just keep on going, doing what you got to do, man. Don't let nobody break you. And but man, a lot of us, man, we got to get to the point, man. We got to stop letting these iPods, we got to stop letting these tablets, man. We got to stop letting these phones raise our children, man. And that's some things that I do, man. I cut all that shit off, man. When it comes to my children, like, man, it's no like, man, everything cut off, like, because you got to think about it, man. They giving all their attention span to the tablets and to the internet and stuff like that, man. That stuff is feeding them it's feeding their dopamine. It's giving them ecstasy. It's giving them some type of enjoyment. And then when they start getting down and have to sit and really do reading and have to sit there and do math, you understand what I'm saying? It's like it's hard for them to really do it. So that's what I do for my kids, man. I have a time limit for them to even be. And my kids are like teenagers and stuff like this. So I have a time limit for them to be on the internet or be on tablets and stuff like that, because they have to be using their minds for other things. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers sitting around and looking at motherfuckers shake their ass, and you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, looking at man, it's all kinds of stuff going on the internet. If your child is on the internet, they seeing all kinds of shit. That's just the reality of it. They seeing everything under the motherfucking sun because that shit is right there in their face. But you gotta get them to the point that they can be able to control that. But see, if as parents, if we can't control that shit, how the fuck we gonna tell children to control that shit? So that's why I do a thing, I balance myself. You know what I'm saying? The things I tell them to do, I do that in myself. I don't just sit there and just tell them what the fuck to do and then, you know what I'm saying, and then I don't do it myself. That's hypocritical. You understand what I'm saying? So if you do stuff like that, man, you ain't doing no raise children that's gonna be hypocritical. So that's something hypocrites. So that's what I do. That's the things that I do as far as like raising my children and stuff like that. I don't want them being in front of them tablets and being in front of them computers, man, all the time, man. I want them to be able to read, man. Read, sit down and do some math, man. Sit down and get away, go outside, go do different things, man, instead of just being coked up in the house, because that's what I see a lot, man. A lot of children now, man, are being raised by their iPods, man. A lot of them being raised by a lot of this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And that stuff, man, like, man, especially if you got like kids that's like in IEP, you know what I'm saying, and disability children and stuff like that, man, you got to really start treating them children right, man, and really treating them kids like they should be treated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, man, the kids be up in these IEPs and, you know what I'm saying, they not checking on none of these children and stuff like that. They just letting trying to, let the school raise their children, man. You can't let your kids raise your children, man. You got to raise your children. So that's why I try my best to be involved in the school system as much as I can, because there's so much going on in the school system. Like, you cannot, you can't expect, other people to raise your children. You got a lot of motherfuckers, man, they don't want to pick, just like my babies, like anybody, man, they don't want to pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? They'll block the teachers. They don't want to answer no emails. They don't want to be involved with the school. They don't want to be involved with the children and none of that shit. So they just kind of just basically, they dress kids up and just kind of send them on out at the school and don't even worry about nothing half of the time, man. Motherfuckers send their kids to school, man, and don't even be worrying about if their kids even got clean socks or clean drawers on. It's a shame, man. Don't know if the child got the hair did or haircut or whatever. It's just, they just do not care, man. And that's what's crazy about it, man, because you fuck them fucking kids, man. You gotta be there for them fucking kids. You fucking made them. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one thing I do, man. I try to make sure, man, hey, man, y'all have y'all clothes together, have your socks together, have your drawers together. Do you got paper and pencil? What's your teacher name? What on at the school? I always ask my kids, man, what's going on at the school, man? What you doing at school? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Is some things that you find in your friends? Is anything that you like? Is it things that you don't like? How do you feel about, the school? You know what I'm saying? All that, man, you have to really sit down and, man, you have to talk to your children, man. And that's what I do, man. I sit back and I talk to my children. I try to see what's going on, why they don't like certain little things, why they don't like what they doing, or you know what I'm saying? Because it's all type of stuff going on, man. These kids are smoking weed at an early age. They having sex at an early age because that's all they see. That's all they see, man, when they go to school. That's all they see on social media. That's all they see from the parents. You understand what I'm saying? And then they be wondering why motherfuckers go to school, man, and be, smoking weed and shooting and all this old type of shit, man, because, man, that shit start from home, man. A lot of that shit starts from home, man. And that's the reason why that stuff be going on. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of us got to really peep that stuff out, man. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Preach, man. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Hell yeah, it'll be good. Man, preach. Thank you, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. I was thinking about joining the military when I'm older. Well, some in the military, whether it's Army, Air Force, or etc. Love from West, man. What's up, Wisconsin? What's happening, Wisconsin? Love, man. Love. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. If you a newcomer in this live, you a newcomer to this channel, man, check this out, man. I do poetry, right? I got a lot of poems and stuff like that, man. So, man, go check out my poetry. I'm gonna drop another poem later on, but I make a lot of poetry, man. I do poetry. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get on here and I talk some real stuff, man, but And in all reality, this whole channel was made out for poetry and poems, because you know that's what I cope for my depression, right? I use poetry to cope with my depression. So check some of my videos out. Let me know if you like it. If you don't like it, just be like, man, that shit some bullshit. Take that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. I take good criticism and I take bad criticism, man. I take all of it. Whatever you want to give, it don't matter. But just check out my poem, because that's the reason why this channel was made. If you're a newcomer, if you're an old community, you already know how it goes. I talk to y'all like I talk to myself, man. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to y'all, I'm talking to myself the whole time. But that's, man, when it comes to like school and stuff like that, man, just getting back on that, man, a lot of us gotta really stop focusing on the bullshit, man. A lot of us got to really start focus on our children, man. You understand what I'm saying? And if you want to go to the military, to answer your question, man, if you still here, if you want to go to the military, I feel like the military is the best place for you to go if you don't have a plan. If you don't have no plan, you ain't got no goals, you don't know where you want to go in life, the military would be the best place for anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially a person at a young age, because by the time you get out, man, you will have things already set up for you just in case if bullshit happen. If you get out here in this world and bullshit start happening to you, you can rely on that. Whatever you did in the military or whatever you learned from the military, the skills, you understand? Because you got to understand, skills is power. Skills is power. Fuck what anybody else tell you. The more skills you got, the more knowledge you got, the more power you have. You know, the more leverage you got in this society. If you ain't got no type of skills, you ain't got no type of, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got nothing, no type of skills or knowledge, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail in this society. You understand what I'm saying? So use the military as, you can use the military as a leverage. If you ain't got nothing going on with your life, you have nothing period going on with your life, you have, what I'm saying? Man, get into the military, man, because I know somebody that's ill that went to, I know several people, you know what I'm saying, that in the military, and a lot of them turned out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, you know, they might have had like came out with like drinking habits and stuff like that, but as far as like living wise, oh, they good. They good as far as living. They can take care of their bills. They not in the streets and stuff like that. And they, you know, they priorities are together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you really want. As somebody being young, you want your priorities to be together. You know, you want your goals to be already set, so for you to accomplish. That's what's going to make you a man. You understand what I'm saying? That's what makes you a man. Your accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? When the more you accomplish, the more that's going to make you a man, or the more it's going to make you a woman. The more accomplished that you have. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about building your confidence and building yourself up, man. But as far as like when it comes to school, man, I'm gonna go back to that subject, man. It's just like, man, I always try to make sure, man, my kids are straight. It's not as in what they want, all that. I make sure that, man, look, they have to focus on reading, focus on math, and focus on things like that, because if they don't, it's going to really hinder them when they start going into the school. So I try to keep that habit as far as like this. So I take away from the iPads, man. I take all this stuff away, because that dopamine, bro, I'm telling you, that stuff will get your kids so excited. It'll get your kids all excited and all that. And then by the time, you know what I'm saying, it's time for them to sit down and really have to focus on things that's not going to get them dopamine, or they not going to get them excited. It's hard for them to sit there and focus. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, it's all about, man, keep your kids focused, man. A lot of us, man, it's as far as like the school system is fucked up, especially where I come from, man. The school system is messed up. Period. All the way messed up. If your child ain't in any type of private school, it's kind of doomed for them. So I keep education on top of the list, man, in my household. Because if you ain't got no education, you ain't got nothing. You need education, and I mean tutoring at home. That's what I do. When I'm at home, I do projects with my kids. You know what I'm saying? My kids got projects, I sit them down, we do projects together. If my kids got anything as far as like they need to sit down, they need to study on certain things, I'm the one encouraging them to keep on going. You have to encourage your kids. A lot of time, man, these kids don't go home with no encouragement. They come home to somebody that just don't give a damn. And I was like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I end up dropping out. I went back and got my high school diploma, but I dropped out though. You understand? I dropped out because no one cared. No No one cared. No one cared if I did my homework. No one cared if I did my schoolwork. No one cared what was going on at the school. No one cared. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody care about that. And that's my parents, but that's not my parents' fault. I'm not gonna blame them. That's why I went back and got my education. You know what I'm saying? And still seeking knowledge every day, because it's not their fault. They just didn't know how to raise children. But that's just how it is, though. I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming them at all. You feel me? But you gotta understand, man, when you fuck and make kids, man, you gotta raise them, man. You gotta have a type of plan for them and anything. And a lot of time, man, we don't have no plans for our children. We don't have no plans. We don't know what the fuck to do. You understand what I'm saying? And I can't blame my parents, because that's wrong. And I'm gonna go back to that. I ain't gonna lie to you though. That is messed up. That is messed up. And I shouldn't even say that. I shouldn't say, nah, that is wrong, because when you do have kids, man, you're supposed to have a plan for them. You supposed to be able to sit back. So I'm gonna go back on that. No, that's wrong, man. When you got kids, you make sure they get straight. When they at school, you need to be knowing what's going on at the school. Is they getting their homework done? Is they doing their classwork done? What are they doing in school? You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's the reason why I'm so intense when it comes to that, as far as like my children, when it comes to things like that, because I didn't have the support. I probably would have made it out of high school if I had a little support to say, man, look, I got you. I'm gonna encourage you to get through this. You know what I'm saying? But see, my folks didn't have a plan for me. They had no plan for me. Only plan they had for me was go get a job. That's it. Was no other plan. Go to college, get a job. You know, that whole like American, that's what what is all set up to be, is for you to go to get a job, go to college, get married, and have a picket fence, and have the best life in your life. And when you get out here in real world, it's nothing like that. It's really not like that at all. But they sell you that fucking dream as a young kid. They sell you that dream. You feel me? It's like the way we deal with our emotions, and they started, how we deal with ourselves socially. You feel what I'm saying? It's like when we was in kindergarten, you know what I'm saying? They were sitting there telling us, this is how you act when you in society. This is how you act when you amongst people. You know what I'm saying? When you left the house when you was like 3 or 4 or 5 years old. You feel me? It's like when you went to kindergarten. That's when you learn how to be around, just be socializing. This is how you socialize. So you have to say thank you, and you supposed to appreciate thank you when somebody else do something for you, or you supposed to talk to a person, even if when you're in kindergarten, when you talk to somebody, you got to talk to them back. You feel what I'm saying? Like being social. You got to be very social. But like I said, they teach us a lot about our emotions and everything. The public school really does that, but you have to really do the work at home too. The work don't end at school, and a lot of people, that's what it is now. It's like the work just ends. Like, all right, you was at school, you come home, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing to me. You feel me? Don't say nothing to me. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You feel me? Motherfuckers be coming home, closing their doors, frustrated about life and all that shit, and they ain't even worrying about the fucking kids, man. But that shit is crazy, because them kids are important, man. Them kids are important. Very important. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you, brother, man. I appreciate that, man. Hey, man, appreciate you checking out my poetry, man. Appreciate you, Elijah. Appreciate that. CC, I feel you. But yeah, man, you gotta feel me, man. That's just how it is, man. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this shit, man, but that's just what it is, though, man. You feel me? But I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. I just wanted to get on here, man, and really kind of just say, man, look, man, school is back in. It's back in. And man, y'all need to really get involved in your children's life, man. Get involved with your children's life, man. You know what I'm saying? And use some of my little strategies, man, if you can. If you can go back, rewind this back, and just go over some, because I know sometimes I kind of get off subject sometime or topic, but if you really just see what I'm saying, if you really just observe what I'm saying, you can see what I'm saying, man. Just observe what I'm saying. Just, man, you gotta appreciate your kids, man. Do whatever you can, because your kids are your future, man. No matter how you like it or not, man, your kids are your future. They gotta be good, man. Like when you gone, man, they are here. They are here, and a lot of people don't look at that, man. You gotta think about it, man. When you're dead and gone, your kids are still gonna be here. They are your future. They gonna be the reason why you're still on this planet. Cause when you gone, that's it. They are your future. So you need to put whatever you can in them so your future can be represented well. You know what I'm saying? You want your future to be represented in a classy and in a respectable way. But man, the way these people feeding way they doing their children now, man, it's gonna be crazy in the future, man. You know, but ain't nothing but a generational curse, man. That's continue, man. But man, y'all raise y'all kids, man. Do good for your kids, man. Help your kids when they come home, man. When they get to their home, man, help your kids with their homework. When they go to school and they got a problem with the teacher or they got a problem with anybody there, go see what's going on. Do not just whoop they motherfucking ass, man. The first thing a motherfucker want to do is whoop their children asses. No, it's a healthy way of parenting your children. I know we got Bernie Mac and we got other comedians saying, hey man, whoop your kids and beat your kids ass. But I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of that shit come from slavery, man. A lot of that whooping on your kids and beating on your kids because they not doing what the fuck you tell them to do. A lot of that shit is slavery shit. You know, and don't get me wrong, I whoop my kids too. I will whoop my kids. You feel me? I have whooped my kids and I've learned, man, look, you have to do that shit in a healthy way. You can't sit there, man, bring that slavery shit, man, to your children. Every 5 seconds, man, you whooping they motherfucking ass because some shit they ain't do. That shit ain't cool, man. You feel what I'm saying? Learn how to parent your kids in a healthy way. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them. It's nothing wrong with talking. Sometimes talking don't work. Some of these kids be bad as hell. Motherfucking kids be bad as fuck. Don't nobody want to deal with them motherfuckers, man. But you gotta understand, you made them motherfuckers, and you gotta figure out what's going on with your child. Stop letting these fucking iPods, stop letting these tablets raise your children. Stop doing it. It's unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. But anyway, man, love, peace, and power, man. Check out my poetry, man. It's back school back in, baby. Oh! I hope y'all, hey man, look, I hope y'all stay blessed, man. Y'all stay blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay blessed, man, and and just keep on going. Man, I'm just excited, man. 5 years, man. No drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? No nothing. 5 years straight. Nothing. You feel me? I'm talking about straight sober. 5 years. Man. And I did it for my man. I'm telling you, I did it for myself, but I definitely did it for my children, man. Because I want them to be able to, see, like, man, that man tried, man. He really tried, man. If I die today, man, my kids can be like, man, that man tried right there. That man right there, he did what he tried his best to get up out that situation he in, and he ain't try to let none of them drugs, none of that alcohol, none of that. Because, man, I'm telling you, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to look that way in my kids, man. I got tired of looking like that in front of my kids, man, for real. And you should too. If you're doing drugs or whatever, your negative mindset, whatever it is. You understand what I'm saying? Love, peace, and power, man.